Okay, now it's your turn to have a go. Remember, you've got to combine the Venn diagram with the tree diagram in order to solve the problem. So let's say you've got a packet of playing cards. If you were to pick out two cards at random, what is the probability of this card being a number card, number, and a red card? Okay, and this one here also a number card, and a red card. Okay, so for example, number cards we are going to define number cards as all these here. They're all number cards. These are picture cards. But anyway, probability of us picking out two cards that are number and red. So red cards are all these here. Okay, so basically we are going to pick out two cards at random. Let's say this one here, and then this one here. So what is the probability of that happening? By the way, if you pick out, let's say a heart here, a two of hearts, and let's say a four here, well that's a bad outcome because it has to be a number card and a red card. Suppose you pick out, let's say a nine here, and let's say a king here. Well, this would be a bad outcome because it has to be a number card. It has to be a number card and a red. So this one here is good. But then, if you look at the king of diamonds here, king of diamonds is no good because it has to be a number card and a red. Even though it's a red, it's not a number card. So remember, we are picking out two cards at random. What is the probability of both of those cards being number and red? Okay, number and red. So think about this. So again, we are going to pick out two cards. What is the probability of both of those cards being number and red? Okay, and number and red. Okay, so press pause and think about it. So here, well, you've got you in effect have an overlap here. So when there's an overlap, jump to the Venn diagram. Once you've got your Venn diagram, then you can start picking out. Well, then you can start jumping to your tree diagram. So you've got to combine the tree diagram and the Venn diagram in order to answer this question. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so we are picking out two cards. They both have to be red and number. Okay, so here you can see there's an overlap. So jump to the Venn diagram. So I'm going to say this to represent our red and this to represent number. Okay, and then we've got all the other cards out here. Okay, so red cards there are 26, but 20 happens to be red and number. So if you look at this here, red and number would be this, and 6 would be out here, red but not number. And there are 40 number cards, okay, 40, but 20 or number and red. So this must be 20, okay. And there are 52 cards in the pack, so the remainder you've got remainder 6 over here. So your Venn diagram looks like this, okay. Now jump to the tree diagram. You basically want two cards coming from this segment here. So you want probability of you getting what is it? Number and red. Okay, so that would be 20 over 52. Okay, and the thing is, you want another number and red. So that would be, well, if you just picked out one card from this population, there would be 19 left. So the second time around, the probability of you getting another number and red from this segment here would be 19 over 51. Okay, and by the way, we could draw the others here, but well, the thing is, this branch here you don't really care about. This branch here you don't really care about. This branch here you don't really care about. Because the question is saying both cards being number and red, So you are only interested in this branch here. If the question is saying at least one card is red and number, then you have to consider other branches. But because the question is saying both of those cards being red and number, you have to follow this branch here, and that's only one branch. So all you have to do is get this times this. So it's and. Remember when you're talking about a branch, if it's and, you times. So you basically want to get this times this. So the answer would be 20 over 52 times 19 over 51. Okay, so that would be, hang on. So this is the probability of both of those cards being red and number, red and number. Okay, so jump to a calculator. Hang on, clear this. 20 times 19 equals 380, and then 52 times 51. 52 times 51 equals 2652. This is hard to see this inside your mind. Turn it into a decimal, so you get a rough feel of the probability. So 360 divided by 2652 equals 0.14. 0.14. So the probability of you picking out both cards being red and a number card would be 0.14, or you can say 14%. Remember, when you're stating probability, you've got to state it as a decimal like this. This gives us a nice indication. Well, anyway, the probability of that happening would be around about 14%.